What is up, guys? Kevin Cage back with another XRP update. If you want daily crypto news, be sure to like and subscribe, and let's get right into it. So tomorrow, I will be going over XRP news, but today, let's be honest, we all just want to speculate on the price and look at the XRP price chart as we are kind of anticipating some big moves with the Telegram group, the elephant in the room. So I'll give you guys my thoughts and honest opinions in this video for what it's worth. I know it really doesn't matter at the end of the day. We're all just here speculating. We are all excited. And as you know, I have very, very high price expectations long-term for XRP and the entire cryptocurrency market as utility starts driving the space. I know speculation is fun. It is part of every single market. And believe it or not, there are absolute pros and cons to this as well. So I'm going to kind of rant a little bit. We're going to look at some trends that we're seeing across the board. And overall, you know, it is crazy publicity for XRP. I just hope that all of this does not give a bad reputation to the digital asset space. I have my own theories with that, so take it with a grain of salt. So before we talk about some XRP price targets, upward potential, downward potential, all of that, I just need to make this known. This is my disclaimer. I am not in any way condoning you to buy, sell, trade crypto, XRP, or anything like that. Please just keep doing your own research. And at the end of the day, nobody knows exactly how this is going to play out. So please do not take advice from YouTubers. Do not take advice from, invisible cartoon characters on Twitter that are traders, anything like that. Me being here for several years, accumulating XRP, having a lot of exposure in this market, I've seen it. I know a lot of people that have been watching my channel for the past few years are more experienced than me as well. They've seen it. So I know a lot of people can attest to it. So please be safe. I saw videos or clips recently of people that threw all their money or last paycheck into Doge and then it crashed. And they said, what the heck? I'm blaming everybody because they said Dogecoin was going to go to $1 and now I can't pay rent next month. And I know some people will see that and feel terrible. But at the end of the day, the way I treat investing is this. If you knew the upside and you were willing to throw in, $5,000 to make $500,000, you have to be willing to lose it all as well. So I'm not here to gamble. Of course, I'm a trader. I'm an investor in the utility of this system. And we know that XRP has done $2.4 billion for live financial institutions in notional value via on-demand liquidity, which is one of the softwares of RippleNet, the company Ripple. Now, there's tons of allegations. There's tons of FUD. There's tons of interest in the space because we are coming towards essentially a point of decision. It is do or die in this digital asset space. XRP's been here for 8 years. I believe it's going to have a long and successful future, but keep in mind, nothing is guaranteed, all right? And I am biased. I hold XRP. I research it. I have 500 plus videos on XRP, so just keep that in mind. I know a lot of people understand and take that with a grain of salt, but I just wanted to make that known for any young kids that are really excited in the space. All right, so first things first, guys, before we go over the chart and kind of talk about some targets, we got DJ Peter Voss sharing this. So Google searches for Ripple overall. Keep in mind, whether it's Ripple or XRP, back in the day, it was kind of the same term used interchangeably. Ripple is the company, XRP is the digital asset or cryptocurrency. Notice the search trends are up 335% in the past week. Just like Dogecoin, just like GameStop, same narrative as well. Just understand the market capitalization of the digital asset XRP is quite large, okay? So even, 100,000 people, could they influence it? Absolutely. And there's a lot of money on the move as well. Just be wary because I think that institutions and whales may try to take advantage of this move. As we know, it's okay for Wall Street and all of them to manipulate the market, but once us everyday people try to, that's when they step in. So I just do not want this to create a bad name for the cryptocurrency space and industry as a whole. Right here, whale alert. So this is shared by XRP Twin. Follow them on Twitter. We have right here 399 million, almost 400 million XRP, equivalent to $185 million, guys, is transferred from an unknown wallet to Coinbase. So the question is this money going to be artificially pumping this market and making it explode, or are they going to be dumping it while every retailer is putting their money into this asset? As you know, I am here for actual live adoption where they the ceiling becomes higher and higher and higher. So the new bottom for XRP becomes 50 cents, then $2 and grows over time. And speculation is, of course, expected, and it's a healthy part of every single market, but all of this just has me nervous, but also very excited. So please be aware of the upside, but also be aware of the downside. Try to look at both sides. I'm far from perfect, and I'm just really kind of talking to myself here as well. All right. And then last but not least, look at this 93-page submission that Ripple provided the SEC. Absolutely massive. We can see Ripple responds to the SEC lawsuit over XRP sales and just tons of interesting information. And what's different is that Ripple's rebuttal, they provided an answer to every single concern. And now the biggest thing and why I'm so excited, if you saw my Instagram post, links are in the video description. Ripple, the company, is finally demanding, now that the SEC came at them, they're saying, fine, we are demanding that XRP gets absolute 100% clarity on whether it is a security or not. And I can tell you one thing. If we do get the clarity and the answer from the SEC finally, after Ripple's been meeting with them for years, not just several years, we're talking years and years and years since its inception. If we get the clarity that we've been waiting for all of these years, I wholeheartedly believe that XRP will full send once and for all, and there is no turning back. Now, regulatory uncertainty, not knowing the specific rules of what you can and cannot do as a money service business, a financial institution using XRP, even in other countries, because they want to be able to expand and obviously, exchange with the United States. This ambiguity is their advantage. The SEC, these regulators, this uncertainty in the space is their advantage that they've been using to keep over the digital asset space, specifically a glass ceiling over XRP for so long. The manipulation. Early 2018, we witnessed, before XRP was live in actual flows from just everyday people or algorithms or whales, the price of XRP went to nearly $4, approximately $3.84 on the highest exchange. Do you know how much has changed and how much stronger the fundamentals are now to allow something like that to happen again? It is entirely possible, entirely. So now, please understand, the clarity will be the hammer that would smash this glass ceiling for good. No more topping. And I'm just beyond surprised that XRP is still under $1 after this many years. And as we know, it is growing. Utility is growing. The corridors, the currency pairs that are exchanging are growing as well. So I'm beyond excited. I'm watching the company Ripple. They can IPO and raise even more funds, whatever, add to their war chest. I just believe that the XRP community is well deserving of this. So please just be aware of the downside. In my opinion, it's going to be short-lived. It will not last forever. It's part of the, plan. All the world's a stage, that whole narrative, and then we get out of here once and for all. The longer the base, the higher in space. So really quick, looking at the chart, guys, I know everybody's just been throwing a fib on it like I always do, just from wick to wick. And we can kind of see some targets. So we see that we have done a retracement all the way up to the 0.5 extension, almost to the 0.618. Now, of course, on other exchanges, maybe Coinbase, you could see that it did extend to that. It might be different because Coinbase's highest wick was about 92 cents. You can play with this and think, is XRP going to pump to 60 cents to get that perfect 702 retracement? Are we going to go even higher and extend past that to $1, to the 1.618? Anything is possible. We also have to be aware of market mechanics, the famous adages, and how whales think. What's the rule before dumping a market? Getting as many people into it as possible. Now, we do have gaps actually above in the 50s, I believe. If you want to go to like XRP and a tether chart on Kraken and other exchanges, you can find gaps. And yes, I believe XRP will get back up to 55 cents eventually, like no doubt in my mind. They close the gaps every single time, just like they closed the gap right here. And people never noticed it, but Kraken had a gap down here at about 1776 on a very small time frame that we looked at. In this wick, this crash with the SEC timing actually closed that gap, meaning there was a gap in price here, liquidity gap, and the price came down and actually evened it out and closed it. So now we're good to go. We don't have any other gaps for XRP. There's potential retest possible, but for a lot of the alts that you saw skyrocketed recently, there are still gaps. There's also gaps for other assets. Now I know there's going to be some upset people that comment and think that means nothing. And okay, let's see what happens in the years ahead as well. But I believe that XRP is getting positioned to full send once and for all. All right. So I would love nothing more for it to take off. I just drew a little trend line, a horizontal line at that 32 cents. Kind of course, that 30 to the 33 cent range. Popular support and resistance. If you guys just want to look at the price history, and we've always been in that window again, just getting trapped. And our only advantage is patience. The majority of us XRP holders that are here now are here because we've seen too much. We've done the research. We understand there's no turning back. And the thing that we can do to beat most people is just outweight them. Now, of course, there's fluctuations. I never trade my long-term bag, but I will absolutely take advantage of price fluctuations with my short-term trading bag. Any profit goes right into the bank or US dollar, or it just adds to my crypto holdings and investment portfolio. All right, so really quick here, and I'll just delete this little fib extension, but you guys can always play with it on different exchanges. Best case scenario, that 4.23, would love for it to just skyrocket past $1. And hey, with 2020, in the books, who knows? 2021's already starting to be even more chaotic. All right, so really quick, we're looking at that RSI. We pierce up. Now, in this zone, there can actually be massive volatility. We can see the MACD. You can absolutely launch up the stochastic down here. It can keep going. And let's just pull up Doge. And I know this is a silly example to put side by side, but I would like to. So Doge on the daily on Bittrex. And just look at these massive candles. But what I want you guys to pay attention to is this specifically. We have the RSI piercing here, and of course it can always shoot up, and this is when we get those big price jumps. You can look at the volume if you want. I have not taken a look at the volume actually. But nonetheless, I don't really use volume anymore. But so we can see this. We absolutely have room if it were to copy. So that RSI around, say 77, give or take, in the 70s. Doge's RSI on the daily was in the 90s. That is off the charts. And look how the same concept applied. The MACD turned way more green and kept going, kept running. And of course, these are different assets. There are very different market capitalizations, different amounts of tokenomics per the supply and demand. I get it, but I'm just kind of showing you we absolutely do have potential for some big, big moves. All right. So whether you believe, Doge comes back down massively or not, these pumps are good opportunities for traders. But overall, please do not be fooled. When people win money, they're quick to tell you about it. They're quick to tell you, oh man, I made 10 grand off this. But the honest truth is, a lot of people are not quick to tell you about their losses. And losses do happen in this market. So please, please, please be safe. Do not blame anybody for your decisions. Nobody's holding a gun to your head to tell you to buy it or sell it. If you are willing to try to risk money and make $1 million, you have to be willing to lose that amount that you invested as well. So I'm just reminding people, I know you guys know this, but for any emotional people out there, I've been there, please, please be safe, all right? So really quick as well that I wanted to point out is this. I'm just going to be very disappointed if the SEC does come around and uses this whole pump group against the XRP community later on. And again, is it only okay for institutional whales to pump the market, or is this all part of the plan? And Yeshua Taylor, I think I already said this in a video, but it was just a great tweet. He replied and he goes, well, I think it once again proves that the XRP price appreciation, how it can go up in price, is not just dependent on the company Ripple, which would make it, again, less like a security, by the way. All right. Let me see what else. I have the Ripple price up on my other monitor as well, just scanning because I anticipate some craziness. We have 20 minutes till the daily closes. Just chaos, guys. So let's see what else I want to cover here. This as well. So Flare Networks, as we know, they did integrate with Dogecoin right around when Doge, skyrocketed. I don't want to be smug and say that Doge, skyrocketed because of a Ripple-backed Flare Networks initiative, but I'd kind of like to think that could be part of the case. Show me the chart. I'll tell you the news. They always align. It is very, very odd. So now Flare Network says, we certainly do not condone coordinated pumps of any kind, but crucially in the XRP case, it is also important to point out that unlike with GameStop, there isn't a giant short position to squeeze into capitulation. Encourage you guys to read through all of this. Very, very good. And of course, you would imagine any organization say that they don't condone pumps. They're here to build sustainability on the network so that when XRP is $3 or $10, it doesn't come crashing down to 10 cents. It can actually stay at those high prices and serve real problems and actually be a lot more liquid for the long term. So I know there's people trying to make a quick buck and, turn 10K into 100K. Is it possible? Yes. But I am not betting my life savings on that, and I'm going to be continuing to invest via fundamentals. I'm not here to gamble. I did that enough in 2017. All right, so I'm supporting everybody's decisions. It's exciting if you're in the pump group. Good for you. That's awesome. But I will not be recommending it to anybody, and I don't want it to come back and bite. So I'm paranoid, as I said. High prices, utility. I want clarity to be defined. Now, there are pros, and this gentleman has a good point. So I'm not going to act like it's all bad, and I don't want to, upset anybody. But a lot of people are getting in touch with the XRP community and crypto for that matter. And yes, I absolutely agree. That is so true. And one thing I did want to say, if I can find it, is right here. So giant swings, price fluctuations, they're part of every single early nascent market with so much upside potential. There's pros, there's cons. Unfortunately, all the newcomers coming into this market, maybe not all, but some of them, they have no idea what this technology can even do or has even done thus far. So personally, tinfoil hat time, disclaimer, I think it's part of a greater narrative to fool everyday people into thinking that cryptocurrency will forever be nothing more than a pump and dump scheme. So if they do crash the markets once again, or XRP just comes plummeting to 20 cents again or even lower, most will never want to buy XRP again or hold it or even buy back. I, however, have seen too much just like you guys, and I know this asset class is designed to swallow all others, the first asset class since the 1600s. So while everybody's capitulating, selling, doubting this space, complaining, I personally will be buying as much as I can get my hands on, because once XRP takes off for real, with regulatory clarity, with growing on-demand liquidity volumes, it's not coming back. For now though, I expect overall just some insane price swings up, down, who knows. I personally am buckling up for February, specifically with more of the hearing and the allegations, and March as well. We are edging ever closer to the inevitable, people, and yes, I'm excited. Also here, remember, prices could be vastly different next month. Vastly. It could be, 10 times higher, but it also could pull back massively. So do not rush or buy and sell out of emotion. I do it. I still do it to this day. I'm just, hopefully it helps one person out there that thinks they missed the boat and they FOMO in. Please just wait. Same people that did that with Dogecoin, and we were, 400% up. They couldn't wait. They had to throw their money in, and then 50% pullback. You just lost 50% of your money if you decide to sell. So please, this is important for people to know. While emotions are high, this is what whales, this is what markets, they depend on, is trying to get people to emotionally invest into the slot machine. They let you win just enough so you keep coming back and you stay addicted for that dopamine hit. All right, so sometimes just watching is the best thing to do if you already have exposure in this market. Please be safe. All right, crypto whale, and then I'm going to show you guys another way to find other exchanges to buy XRP. Goldman Sachs says another short squeeze could cause the entire market to collapse. So this is the narrative they're going with, blaming the next collapse on retail investors. So silly, guys. All the world's a stage. All the world's a stage, and I thought this was hilarious. Retail whales prepping to bring down the market. I love these GIFs. All right. So anyways, here comes the good stuff, guys. So on CoinMarketCap, if you're a complete newcomer, what you can do, ignore the Wall Street bets. Come here, click XRP. We're at 49 cents. And we're going to click market. And we're going to just kind of see the market. So these are the exchanges that XRP is listed on. Now, if you're a US investor, some of them have halted trading for US investors. So when you did, know your customer compliance, they will not let you trade. So what are some other options? Links are in the video description. For example, we can go to, let's see, Kraken. No, they blocked it for US investors. I would look at bitrue.com. As well as KuCoin, believe it or not. I think they're still open, which is what I used yesterday. As well as, so Bitrue, so you can use the stable coin, or you can use Litecoin, whatever you want, a variety of pairs to buy XRP. You can use uphold.com, which they're updating their servers. We'll see. I really hope exchanges stay up, guys. I could see anything, and this is a stupid answer. I know you wanted like an actual answer for this video. I couldn't tell you what XRP is going to do next. This is do or die, and I'm trying to hedge and be ready for both, as I tweeted about my position in the market currently. I'm just trying to make the best of it, so whether really good happens or really bad happens, I am hedged and prepared to make the most of it. So guys, be sure to like and subscribe, and we are going to see what happens. As you know, we have about 14 minutes. I'm uploading this video right now, and I will talk to you soon. Be safe.